This question comes from Alex, who asks, what would happen if we detonated every nuclear bomb on Earth at the same time?
Well, Alex, buckle up, because this is one of those questions that sounds like a really bad idea for a weekend project. Spoiler alert, the answer involves a lot of fire, a dash of chaos, and probably a new definition for the word uninhabitable.
Before we dive in, let's set the stage. The combined explosive power of all nuclear weapons on Earth is roughly 15,000 megatons of TNT. That's about 1,000 times the power of the bomb dropped on Hiroshima.
So, yeah, this is not your backyard science fair experiment. Imagine the biggest bomb you've ever seen in a movie. Now multiply that by a lot. If you stacked every nuke on top of each other, the tower would reach beyond the moon. Okay, maybe not literally, but the energy released? Absolutely astronomical.
Nukes come in all shapes and sizes, from a modest few kilotons to monsters like the Tsar Bomba, which packed 50 megatons in a single shell.
Detonating all of them at once is like summoning the ultimate global fireworks show, except the fireworks destroy everything within several hundred miles, and you might lose the concept of day for a while.
The first few seconds are, well, let's just say bright. Mushroom clouds would merge into one gigantic supercloud, stretching across continents. The initial flash would blind anyone looking directly at it from thousands of miles away. Forget selfies. Instant retinal roast. Then comes the shockwave. Buildings, forests, cities, they'd be flattened almost simultaneously. The sound alone would circle the globe multiple times. If you were somewhere far away, like Antarctica, you'd still feel a low-frequency rumble as your toes vibrate in solidarity with the apocalypse. Next up, the heat. Imagine the surface of the sun visiting Earth for a hot second. Everything flammable, forests, homes, your neighbor's questionable shed, would ignite in a matter of seconds. Firestorms would rage across continents. And then there's the fallout. Radioactive dust would rise, then drift across the globe, darkening skies and poisoning water and soil. Welcome to the new ice age, only colder, darker, and with a lot more glowing rocks. The immediate blast is just the start. All that soot and smoke in the atmosphere would block sunlight. Crops would fail. Temperatures would plummet. We're talking a nuclear winter, like winter but evil, radioactive, and with zero chance for snowball fights. Oceans wouldn't boil immediately, but atmospheric circulation would change drastically. Fish might swim confusedly, not knowing whether to flee north or, well, anywhere that isn't dead. Let's do some rough math for perspective. 15,000 megatons of TNT?
That's about 6.3 times 10 to the 19th joules, roughly the energy the Earth receives from the sun in about 20 minutes.
So basically, for a brief moment, Earth gets 20 minutes of solar fury times 10,000 right on the surface. Temperature spikes would vaporize rivers, melt glaciers, and probably rewrite the definition of comfortable climate. So basically, for a brief moment, Earth gets 20 minutes of solar fury times 10,000 right on the surface. Temperature spikes would vaporize rivers, melt glaciers, and probably rewrite the definition of comfortable climate.
And don't forget societal collapse. Governments, communication networks, power grids, gone. You'll have more luck trying to post on Instagram from a crater. Okay, let's assume you're a hermit in a remote cave in New Zealand.
Maybe, just maybe, you survived the initial blast, but now you face decades of nuclear winter. Crops fail, water is contaminated. Oh, and the occasional glowing bird might fly by your cave. That's your pet for the next few years.
If this were a movie, it'd be called Earth Gone in a Flash. Picture Godzilla casually walking through Manhattan while mushroom clouds blossom behind him.
Or imagine your dog trying to fetch a frisbee while lava streams across the yard. Yeah, probably not the kind of weekend you were planning.
So, what if we detonated all nuclear bombs at once? Answer: Earth would be unrecognizable, most life would be wiped out, and the planet might take centuries to recover, if it even does. In short, don't try this at home. Or anywhere, really. The interesting takeaway? Nuclear weapons are absurdly powerful. The total destructive potential of humanity can be quantified, and it's terrifying. And maybe, just maybe, it makes us appreciate why people signed treaties to not do exactly this. If you enjoyed this mental exercise, hit that like button, subscribe, and let us know in the comments what other absurd what-ifs should we calculate next. And remember, questions like this are fun until someone actually takes notes in the Pentagon. Thanks for watching, and see you next time for more ridiculously dangerous thought experiments.